The heroin trading in Europe is the second biggest trading after cannabis, and heroin was for a lot of years it was going down, the use and the trading, and for the past 2 or 3 years it's getting up again. And the whole smuggling is changing. In the past about 80 or 90% from the heroin came in from the Balkan, from Afghanistan to Turkey, Bulgaria and Holland. It's still like that, but more comes in by the ports. So more drugs comes in from Asia, Africa and then to Rotterdam and Antwerp. The groups who are involved with the drug trading and smuggling, they are what they do is a few tricks. For example, if they get a big container with drugs, they know which container comes and when, and they've got people in the harbor who open at night the container and get out the drugs. The customs, they see containers with the drug, where the drug is not hidden in the container, it's just open there. If you open the container, it's in sport bags. So people at night come in the harbor, people in the harbor tell them where the container is, they go in, they open the container, get the drugs out, and there are shootings in the harbor at night because the police is trying to get those smugglers. So generally they're most Dutch, especially people from Moroccan origin, Turkish origin. They do the coke, hash and the heroin. But you see a new type of criminals, those are the Albanians in whole Europe. Very violent, very dangerous, and they are trying to get a bigger piece of the market. In Rotterdam we've got about 10 million containers who come in every year. Only about 0.5% gets checked. It's not possible to check all the containers. The organizations who smuggle drugs, they know if they send 5 containers full of drugs, one maybe gets caught, and if you have the other one, it's not totally no loss if you lose the other one. So they send a lot of containers. And there was a very big corruption scandal in Rotterdam. At the most secret, important part of the customs is deciding which container gets checked and which doesn't get checked. And they look at, does it come from Colombia? Is there fruit in it? Okay, it's a risk container, so they check it. And this guy was in the position, he said, this is a risk container or it's not. And he was corrupt. He got a lot of money. For each container that passed with drugs, he got about 200,000 or 300,000 euros. So he worked for years, and only by this contact, the criminals got in about 10,000 kilo of drugs. And he did this for years. And it was at the most secret, important position in the harbor. So I'm sure he wasn't the only one. They discovered there were more, but I'm sure that there are still more people who are not yet discovered.